While news media was consumed by reports of Hurricane Irma, the city of Chicago faces yet another tragic homicide. Kenneka Jenkins, a 19-year-old Chicago resident, was found dead in a basement walk-in freezer of the Crowne Plaza Hotel in Rosemont, Illinois. Apparently, Kenneka accompanied some friends to a hotel party. Now, many of us know all too well about the happenings at hotel parties. Well, this story is very strange. Now, as it stands, the official story is that somehow Kenneka stumbled down to the basement of the hotel and possibly mistook the freezer for the elevator, turned the freezer down to the lowest temperature, and locked herself in, where she eventually perished. This narrative, though very inconsistent, was what was told by Rosemont, Illinois police to Kenneka's family. There are some other players in this story. First, we have Monifa, Kenneka's friend, who the internet seems to be blaming for Kenneka's death. There are also 3 young men pictured in an Instagram photo or Facebook photo before or during the party who have been ID'd by the social media sleuths through a reflection in another partygoer's sunglasses. This partygoer, identified as Irene, is seen on Facebook Live wasting weed. Now, we've watched this video numerous times, and it does sound like there is a voice saying, "Help me," just as the music is coming back. But we do know how sometimes we hear what we want to hear. Remember, Shook shot me. Well, there are other muffled voices which have been alleged to be saying things like, "Let's rape her." I do hear someone saying, "I keep my head crunk," whatever that means. It seemed like a very millennial party, if you ask me. Everyone was sitting around looking at phones, smoking weed. And it is very possible that the "help me" may be coming from either someone's phone or one of these devices, or maybe the television. Possibly. There was also talk of Monifa selling her friend Kenneka out, the proverbial Judas, only in this case it was $200 in which someone allegedly bribed Monifa with in order to lure Kenneka away. Once again, going back to the live stream in question, perhaps all this talk is because of a voice in the background saying, "I read that sign clear. It say $200. Perhaps talking about the price per night at the Rosemont Crowne Plaza Hotel. Or maybe not. Now, these young men, are they suspects or just some guys who made the mistake of attending a hotel party hosted by a girl? It's never a good idea, fellas. Here's why. In most cases, young men and women have completely different goals as it relates to a hotel party. The young ladies are more likely under the expectation that the guys will be providing the, shall we say, party favors. In exchange, these generous gentlemen will get to spend a little time with the young ladies. And hey, whatever happens, happens. No pressure. Now, the young men, well, we all know what the young men's expectations are being invited to a hotel party, don't we? Now, of course, this doesn't necessarily account for, you know. We also have to discount rappers and athletes. But for everybody else, when you attend a hotel party, you are running the risk of experiencing tragedy or disappointment. And in this case, both. From the looks of these party people, now apparently there was some young man Monifa liked. Some guy who was at the party, and this guy brought a friend. Now we know the plan. Your friends get with my friends and we can be friends. Most of us have tried this in our 20s, but sometimes the friends don't become friends, and sometimes you gotta check who your friends are. Now, I'm sure we all remember having friends that were a little too oversexed in our youth. Okay, let's take a look at Monifa. This little portion of the video is so telling. Monifa isn't as together as the other girls, which means she has to do a little bit more than the other girls to compete for the young men's attention, even if it means cajoling her drunk friend into the arms of someone potentially dangerous. Sidebar: who was planning the drive home that night? Parents, when you loan your young adult your car, do a friend screen, because one of these friends will more than likely be driving your car by night's end, because they happen to be the least drunk. Our condolences go out to Kenneka's family. We by no means are attempting to make a mockery of this young woman's death. But remember, friends don't leave friends drunk and alone in a hotel hallway, possibly with some sketchy, thuggish type dude. I highly doubt that Kenneka was raped in front of several onlookers at this birthday celebration. I hope we have not fallen that far. I also doubt that Kenneka wandered into an unoccupied area of the hotel and locked herself in a freezer, and turned the temperature to the lowest setting. But we won't know until Monifa, who is the last person to see Kenneka, steps up and stops protecting a potential rapist and murderer. Well, that's all, folks. Good day, good afternoon, night, whatever. Thanks for listening. If you like this content and like to see it continue, please, by all means, click the like button or the dislike button if you don't like it, or comment. Thanks.